unborn, questioning. I see you, and you see me. We've been apart for a while, Father. I ask you, and you tell me sorrow.
I love the use of black and white to capture these ideas of opposition, of dark and light, of life and death, and it made these stark, clear images even more striking and symbolic. Lovely, rich score to elevate the piece, and it brought forth gravity to the words, and these universal connectivities across spaces. Great questions of what could have been or what might be if we heed the words. Really great clarity of vision also. It left a big impact on me in a short amount of time. So that's an effective use of the short film format. There's some short films that are very, I feel like I don't get too much out of it. I say that was a nice story, but I'm not emotionally impacted. So I think that's just a wonderful fusing together of all the artistic elements.
Beautiful starting image, opening image of this child, it seems like in a fetal position. And you have all this imagery aligned with these words, which read a bit like a spoken word or poetic in a way. And I see a theme running through it. Things that came to mind for me were connection and love and longing, like a longing for connection, a longing for touch, a longing for love, and the craving of all of these things and what it feels like when we don't have these things.
Sort of contemporary poetic approach again. I think that if I like the choice of using black and white, I think that if it were to be in color, it wouldn't have been as effective and as poetic, I would say. But I did enjoy the sort of imagery and the shots, especially the shot of the tree, and seeing sort of its transition as well, going from sort of still to being burnt up. I liked the choices of the actors looking into camera as well. I think that adds to the sort of poetic element of it. Again, the narration always helps. I think that was a great choice as well. And I think it was powerful, especially with looking into the characters as well.
The image of the cherry blossom on fire is such a strong symbol within this piece. As she discusses her disparament with her father, this delicate relationship is in flames. Their relationship, much to the trees, bloom is tragically short lived. Parents believe they can set us on a certain path, but they don't control our destiny. Sometimes these bonds do need to end, and there's a sense of hopelessness of salvaging the relationship. And there's a coping that's happening within this piece, the fact that this is an ending.
This was such an artistically strong piece. Everything is just really well composed, both in what we're seeing as far as the composition in every shot, but just the lighting choices, the way things were sort of dynamic. Going from a long field of view sort of shot to things more up close. That contrast was really great. And then, of course, there's the contrast of light and dark. Some really high key shots. It was a great mix of photography sort of styles and implementations, all put together really thoughtfully, smartly edited, and just overall really interesting.
The imagery was very eerie, especially the black and white tree that eventually became a burning tree. That alongside the monologue, which gave a very hopeless approach. And all in all, it created a very rattling experience.
It gave fragrance commercial vibes, which I was really rocking with, which is to say it's all vibes. Like it's all aesthetics. And if you're gonna do all aesthetics, you better nail them. And these filmmakers nailed it, is what I'm trying to get at, because the vibes of like the black and white, aesthetic, and then like the lighting techniques that we're using here, like specifically like when it was like in a dark room with that one like doorway that's like pure like white light, and then the person in the room, like to achieve that is impressive, you know. And the various other different settings and stuff were also very impressive, and is indicative of somebody who understands lighting and cinematography at the highest level.